The NBA draft was, and fucking Harper goes ahead and fractures his thumb. Oh, it's happy to be here, man. Let's go.
Let's go. This ain't the fuck night. Oh, this game he stink.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
What's going on, everybody? We are live. Welcome, everybody, back to the Money Pot Podcast Show, where we talk betting, breaking down bets across all major sports. We talk about your bets. Excuse me. We talk about our bets. We talk about crazy bets. We talk about bad beats. We're talking about bets all day long. And this is absolutely free. Absolutely free for you to join into this conversation. So make sure you like, excuse me, I got a bad throat. I got a sore throat. So stick with me. But we talk about your bets, our bets, everybody bets. And if you like this conversation, make sure you hit that subscribe notification button, all that good stuff. Kind of Dahmer in Philly, right? This is why we're moving to the football conversation. Phillies look like they just fucking blew up right now. Like people were talking about, I hate it here. We can never have everything nice. The same stuff that we always talk about, the same stuff that we always hear. You know, when something shitty happens, right? Like, God damn it, right? Once you open the window a little bit and open the door just a tad, closes right in front of your goddamn face. But there's still money to be made. There's still bets to be had. There's still winners to pick. And today, we are talking about NFL NFC 2022-2023 prediction. Just the NFC this time. Excuse me. Next week we'll do AFC, but can't go at it alone. I gotta bring in one of the best live bettors that I know. The degenerate himself, the king of poker felt, and the one odds and one suck out to the river. My guy, your guy. They call him Diddy. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Good morning, brother. Good
Good
morning.
morning, man. Good morning, man. Stick with me today, man. A little sore throat, so
Uh-oh.
often kind of go off screen a little bit.
It's allergies?
Yeah, man. They be kicking my ass, man. I've
Yeah.
been fighting it for like probably like a week, and
Okay.
it's like it's just a head cold. You know what I mean? Like I can't, you can even hear it in my voice when I talk. It's raspy right now.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Not too
But
bad, though. Not too bad.
yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it, man. So let's excuse me.
There
Speaking
it
of
is.
double,
There it is.
yeah, man. Let's get right into the members recap. So if you're not a member right now, please go over to Money Pot bio on YouTube or go to A2D Radio YouTube. $9.99 a month. Easy payback. It pays to listen. We say it all the time. We're giving out free bets online here, and then we were giving you our premium bets that we go and put in ourselves. If you follow me on Money Pop Podcast on Twitter, you'll see that I post my tickets. We are not scared to post losers or winners. Obviously not scared to post winners, but not scared to post winners. You always see these people out here who are talking about whale bets, duck bets, the best bets in the world. We're hitting at 85%, whatever they give you, whatever the spiel is, right? Whatever it is, they're only showing winners. Only showing winners. You don't see the coolers. You don't see when it go off until you pay for it, right? Here, just a little bit different. We tend to be a little bit more conservative on our bets. We do a lot of straight bets. I've been in the parlay party for a little bit, you know what I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, but we do more straight bets and it leads to more success. And $9.90 a month is nothing. Shit, might be a gallon of tank, tank of gallon of gas soon here. The way this shit is going, man.
Crazy.
So recap real quick. We went 2-1 yesterday. Hit 2 baseball bets. I really liked our UFC parlay, but didn't fall through. We got kind of smoked on that. We actually got robbed the main event, the guy shouldn't have won there, but they gave him a unanimous decision. But that's the fight game. It is what it is. But let's get right into it, man. Let's get into these. Let's get into the poll question. Let's get into the NFC division. What you been betting, bro? How you been doing? Be good?
About to start slowing down just a little bit because we're getting to the
Yeah.
dog days. Got a future bet on. So I think I'm going to win either way. It was Avalanche to win in game 6 or 7. So
Oh, okay.
I had a future bet
That's bet.
before the series for them to win. So yes, the last game was kind of a little nervous because I was like,
I like
um,
Tampa. It to me. I was, I mean, I don't watch too much hockey, if any of all. I do watch a little bit of playoff hockey,
mhm.
but
It's
I
been
was,
really good.
yeah, it is. I like playoff hockey. It was. I thought that it just screamed, "We're down 3-1. This is our This is a must-win game for Tampa, obviously."
Hmm.
Right, 3 down, 3-1. They're the two-time defending champions. They've been here before
Yeah,
to a certain degree, maybe not in the finals, but to a certain degree, they've been down probably before 3-1 in the series, and they need to get a win. And so in my head, that's all I was thinking. I
yeah,
didn't think about the matchups, the plays, who was hurt, who was not, who's hot, with the puck or whatever. It was to me, it was just like a championship team needs to get a win today in a major sport.
yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
it's a little. I mean, hockey's a little different.
For
Like I said,
sure.
I'm not a hockey expert. Um, I follow a little bit of trends. I mean, Colorado, man, they put the pressure on you. So that's like their MA. I mean, MO is just they just put the pressure on you, and if sometimes it breaks, So Tampa was able to kind of squeal out a win. Um, but you know, it worked out for me because I had Avalanche in six,
What's
five
what's
or
the
six,
odds on that
I mean
thing?
6 or 7. Say again.
What's the
They
odds
were
on it?
both the same. They're both plus. I can look it up. I think plus 350. I want to say.
Okay, which is got a couple units, a
No,
unit.
just a unit. I just put a
Just unit.
unit on both. So I'll
Nice.
win like two.
Nice.
Two and a half
I
units on
like
either
that.
side.
Nice little play there. Nice little play.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm on the other side of it.
Uh, I
I
mean,
I
it's
got
just
I got Tampa winning. I thought that it was the best offensive team versus the best defensive team from what I understand. So I had Tampa three-peating just because they were,
yeah.
and I understand why I'm going against that because they're chasing history. So
Hmm.
it only's been done on a handful of times. So I went against the grain of that thought, and then what I mean, go ahead and did Tampa to win it all. So hopefully we get a LeBron esque comeback here,
That would be crazy.
and then
I
get
mean,
and then get a
hey,
game
listen,
seven.
they can tie it up.
Get a
They at
game seven.
home, but the
Yeah,
line got favored to Colorado favored today.
as it
So
should, as it should.
I mean,
I
that's still
like
tough
Tampa again
though.
today. I do. I like Tampa again today at home,
Mm,
home dog. But if they go back to Colorado for game seven, you got to bet Colorado. I can't see them beating this team.
I think it's over tonight, baby.
Yeah,
I think the
cash
smack in
them
the face of
tickets.
Colorado was yes
Cash
was
them
was not doing it at
tickets.
home. You know what
Yo,
I
it's
mean? I don't
crazy.
think they can't. I think Colorado now is like kind of what you're saying. This is a must win. We can't make this a game seven.
True.
If we give Tampa Bay any
Feel
type of life that they
comfortable
can
going
possibly
back to
win this
game seven,
series,
though. If
say again.
you feel comfortable going back to game seven in
Yeah,
Colorado.
but I don't know. I don't know. Hockey a little bit different.
Right.
Basketball, yeah. All right. I feel I want to. We can win in our home crowd because we're the better team.
Yeah,
Hockey a little different because the sway is it's just it's obviously a lot of skill. Hand-eye
for sure.
coordination. Your line changes, any type of gaps. But
Yeah,
it comes down to I think Colorado's like if we can win this, we got to win it now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's not like we can win it back home because we got a home field event. Nah, nah.
No, none of that. I
So.
feel that. I feel that.
I think Colorado comes out steaming right now. I think they'll score over like 4 goals. I mean 3.5 goals easy today.
All right, let's go into our poll question. It's a good one especially for this NFL talk that we're starting to shift to.
Let's get
Right.
into it.
Let's get into it. We're gonna do our. I haven't done a good job, and I'm gonna do a great job at making sure that we stay. I write the picks down and write the plays down for what we have, so we can recap and see how we did and follow the play all the way through the NFL season. But we're gonna do our way too early NFL NFC 2022-2023 season predictions. We're gonna go division by division. I'm gonna run through the odds. I'm gonna run through their over and unders in terms of their total wins, And then we're going to give division winners who we like right now, who we bet. We don't have to bet, right? We have to like the bet. It's not a you don't have to bet if you want to see it shake out a little bit more. And then at the end, we'll give our NFC conference winning division. But that brings us right into the poll question. Let me get right into it, man, because you know how we are with these birds. Love, 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 love. More love for our birds, and it's also a hate relationship sometimes because they get on our goddamn nerves. Is the Philadelphia Eagles your surprise team of the NFC of 2022? Agree or disagree? Brought to you by BetUS. BetUS, one of the best, if not the best, sports books across the states. From FanDuel to DraftKings, you can only do it in certain states, but BetUS, you can do it on all states, global, international, Bitcoin. If you got some left after this shit. Um, if you got some crypto left, you can bet crypto on it. Make sure you go back to the Facebook link at A2D Radio. You can use the link to get 125% back on your money, which is a great deal. Still giving out free money on that link. So make sure you hit that link. Make sure you tell MoneyPot sent you and follow in for the bets. But going back to this question, bro, I've looked at this schedule. We haven't even talked about the schedule. Me and you haven't even broken down the schedule, but I'm sure you've looked at it already. I'm sure you might have had some side conversations already. I've been on a couple podcasts on this situation. Right now, the Eagles are over and under 9.5 total wins.
Yeah.
Right. And right now, the Eagles are plus 200 to win the NFC East. Let me bring it up on because we like to use FanDuel on their I think they have decent odds. I like BetUS, but FanDuel gives us a little bit more in terms of our futures betting. So right now in the NFC East, the Eagles are plus 1,400 to win to be the NFC championship winners. Man, I'm getting sucked into this Eagles hype, bro. I really am. And the problem I'm having is finding losses on this schedule. Like, excuse me, they can start off real hot. They can start off real hot and be 4-0 real fast. And that's huge to start off. And I'm just bringing up their schedule now, real quick. This is not in the order I wanted in. I'm going to agree to the poll while I'm looking for it. I'm going to agree to the poll. I think that this team is built to win now, tomorrow, and maybe in a couple years from now as well. Everybody's kind of locked in for at least the next 2 years. You got some vets that are coming on, coming up on their time here. Obviously, Kelsey's probably the biggest name of that. Graham, I think, just came out and said he would love to do 15 years in the league, but he knows that this could be his last year in Eagles green. They're switching to a 3-4, which kind of, from what I understand, they're going to a 3-4 type model defense. So that kind of shifts Graham out the picture. Again, obviously coming off a major injury. So, but with all the core that they have here, especially on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, I think they're ranked top 2 or top 3 in almost everybody's offensive line right now. When you got a solid offensive line, you got key skill positions across the board, from your receivers to your tight ends, even your running backs. Shout out to Miles Sanders with the love. And defensively on the back end with Bradbury getting signed here, I thought that was a really big signing for us. Getting some talent into that linebacker, hoping that your defensive ends and your defensive linemen step up, and we have depth there. It's hard not to like this roster. Like, out of the whole NFC East, like, I mean, it's not night and day, but it really is telling how much better this roster is in terms of talent and how we're put together going into this year. They show confidence in Hurts. They got him more weapons to play to kind of have fun with out here. And obviously, as all gamers, competitors, you got to show up on game day. Got to show up on Sunday. And he's at a point where the schedule favors him.
Mhm.
This team, how it's completed and put together, favors his skill set.
Mhm.
So, he's been in this position before where you got to win. And it's hard for me to say it's hard for me to say like where they'll be. But they're very high on this over and under at 9.5.
It's a
You
lot.
had to love it at maybe 8 if you got it early, 8.5. But they're plus 200 to win the NFC East. Dallas got worse. We don't know what Washington is. New York is a train. It's still a train wreck until they put it all together. I like this $200 bet, man, for the Eagles to win the NFC East. And I agree to the poll. Out of all the teams out of NFC,
Mm.
they're the ones with the most upside because they're the ones that could possibly win it all. And when I say win it all, NFC East.
So we NFC. Are we NFC East or we
I'm
NFC?
sorry, the NFC division.
The NFC division. Okay.
Yeah, Peter King rankings had them in the top 10
Of NFL.
of the NFL, not
Off
just the
projection.
NFC East, but in the NFL top 10.
But there's only one team that can be the only one team that could be the NFC champion,
Correct.
right?
Absolutely.
So where does that put them at? I mean, top 10.
So
That's
they
a
were not. They
that's
were
a playoff
ninth.
team. That's a
Yeah,
playoff team.
yeah,
Right?
they're a playoff
They're
team.
ninth, so they're a little far away from NFC.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, let's discuss for a second,
Go
right?
ahead, talk to me.
Has the Philadelphia Eagles gotten better on paper? Absolutely. I think there's a couple points to it. I think one, the NFC East has the weakest schedule in the NFL, right? That's all across the board. NFC East has the weakest schedule in 2022-2023 season.
Yes, sir.
Um, the question, is the cream going to rise to the top? And I think that's important. I think we do have the pieces. I think the roster is much better. Looks like we got a lot of leadership type of role players in this team, right? In the locker rooms. Are we going to get in our own way, right? Has Jalen Hurts took a next step forward in his maturation as an NFL quarterback? And has the coach taken a next step forward as an NFL coach in the NFL, right? Last year he had some bumps and bruises early. He made some adjustments late in the half of the season, started running the ball more, right? That was our biggest issue in the first 6 games. He
Yeah.
finally started running the ball heavier in the later half of the season. So if he's learned from his mistakes, I think we have a great shot. We just have to be a solid football team, and we're going to win over 8.5, 9 games. Just solid. We don't have to be great. Just make the right decisions, more heavier on the run, right?
Yeah.
And pick our spots in the passing game where we're not putting too much pressure on Jalen Hurts to make plays. I don't think
Oh, so
Jalen Hurts.
we gotta lean on Miles Sanders.
We have to lean on the running back core. I think we have
Okay.
3 running backs that are great. I think Miles Sanders is a good running back in the NFL. I do. I'm not like you. He's not a bum. Miles Sanders is not a bum.
Let
He
me
just
let
has
me
a
let me clarify the
I got
statement.
hold
Okay.
on, hold on, hold on,
Go
hold
ahead.
on.
Go
Let
ahead.
me
Go
just
ahead. Go
finish.
ahead.
I just don't think he has gotten the touches that he's supposed to get.
He hasn't gotten the touches.
I think he needs to have at least 12 to 15 touches a game, and along with the other trio that's behind him, right? He does have ball security issues. We know that. We've seen it.
He's got touchdowns issues.
I mean, but that comes down to who they're calling plays for, right? A lot of times they get to the red zone, they're not putting Booby Miles in there. It's
No, he's getting first crack. He's getting first crack. Maybe the flow
we'll,
of the
we'll have
game
to
is
agree to
changing.
disagree, but I don't have the data to see what's going on. But I'm going to
Yeah.
give him the benefit of the doubt that he's a strong player. I'm sure he has an all season. I'm sure last year he had a couple questions in his own mind, like, "Yo, what's going on?
Right.
Give me the rock,"
Give
which
him the
can
rock.
also put a damper into his game as he's going into this throughout the season, not knowing what's going to happen game to game. That's not okay for a player. A player, especially as a running back position, want to know, like, "Hey, coach, am I getting the ball today?" There was times he got the ball, I think 5 times in the game. That's crazy.
For sure.
So I think that can be a mental damper to a player, especially at that position. So going back to what I'm saying, 'cause I don't want to get caught up into the Miles Sanders. We can talk about Miles Sanders in a moment. Miles Sanders is a solid running back in the NFL. Is the coaching, is
Let me just say,
the
agree. I
game
agree.
plan.
I agree. I agree that he's a
Thank you.
solid running back. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
I was
As long as
I,
we're
I was
all
I was
working
I was
toward
caught in emotion,
yeah,
right?
and
At
mind
the,
you,
at
he's
the,
young too. He's young.
he
You know, He's young. Was
no,
year
he
three,
is
just
young.
going on year 4. He's still a young running back.
But year 4, we should be scoring touchdowns in games
Depending on your
as a
system,
starting running back.
I would say 100% last year was on the system, not Miles
If
Sanders.
my third running back has 5 touchdowns and my second running back has 6 touchdowns,
Right.
my starting running back should have 5 or 4 touchdowns.
And you got to add in him getting 5 touches in the game a few times, right? Where we were going berserk on this station here, and we're saying, how is it possible that Miles Sanders have 0 touches in the first half and 5 in the full game? We had this conversation. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts was dropping back 50 plus times. Let's not do that, Nate. I don't want to go down back to memory lane when we almost had to go about the dirt and the soil.
Sirianni gave up his play calling. So let's see.
And guess what happened?
So to your point when you were going was that you asked, can he be a better head coach? I think he took the right step to take that responsibility
100%,
off his shoulders
100%.
to go be a better head coach.
And I hope it continues into this season. Sometimes egos get the best of us. You seek success, you want to be the top of that success.
Right.
So I'm hoping Sirianni is a coach that his success is his team's success, not his success. So here we go. Philadelphia Eagles, they're a much better roster team than they were last year. We need growth at a quarterback position. We need growth at the coaching position. I think we have a great core of running backs. I think we have a good core group at the receiver position. Our O-line is stacked. Defensively, we're stacked, right? We did get deeper in our linebacker position. I'm looking forward to Nakobe Deans. I know he's a little undersized, but I think he can get out there. He showed it on the college level at the highest level.
In the 3-4, I love him in the 3-4.
Yeah, I think he showed that in the college level, at the highest level in the college, that he can be that guy. I think he is a little undersized. He does have a little bit of injury history and health, depending on. But as far as our schedule, we are a favorable schedule.
So here it is, the first 4 real quick.
Let's look at it. Yeah,
Detroit. Then so let me get at Detroit, home for the Vikings, at Washington, home for the Jags. Those are the first 4 games.
Realistically, we can be 4-0. I would break it down though. I would say we can be 3-1.
I would be surprised if they're not 3-1.
Right. I think because there's only one game I think we can lose here. I think that could be this opening game against Detroit. I think
really?
It could be, yeah, absolutely. I know. Detroit Lions. Yeah, right. They're cursed. Man, look at that Detroit team last year. They're only going to get better. Right? They got the adjustment to their coach.
I mean, but they were the worst team in the league last year.
Did you see those games? Did you see the games?
Yes, they were in the games.
Right. So eventually
they were in
it's going to start continue to go up. So they're not going to be in the games. They're going to start winning games. And I will be surprised if Detroit is not the most improved team of the NFL next year. So be careful. Opening game. A lot of hype is going around this Detroit team as far as their own local hype.
Up already, bro. Let's look at
that. It's at -4, which is saying it's a -7. It's a -7 at home, right?
And
it should be. It's Detroit.
It's -4.5.
It's as it should be. So it's a 7.5 point favorite
against
this highly projected top 10, like you said, Eagles team that is getting a lot of hype.
That sounds like your Eagles fanboys coming out and just like, this is what they do to us.
I'm saying that we struggle against some of these teams like Detroit.
This is what they do to us.
Right. Like there's certain teams that we struggle against, and I wouldn't be surprised if we open up the season with a loss.
Ooh.
Do we bounce back? Absolutely. I think we win in Minnesota. I think we win in Washington. I think we beat Washington. And who's the other one?
Fourth one is Jags.
And the Jags. Right? Like the Jags. The Jags used to be the Lions, right? It'd be like, all right, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But now the Lions, I'm telling you, the Lions have slowly started creeping. They're competing. They're not willing to let down. They're fighting to the end. Jags don't fight to the end. That's how the Lions were. So that's why I'm a little nervous about the opening game. Because a lot of stuff we got to get off our chest. We got to figure out where we are as an offense. How are we going to, work with A.J. Brown now? How are we going to start running the ball? It's a lot of adjustments we're going to be making, trying to figure out what the season is about. And this could be an opportunity for the Lions just to be who they are and fight through. So
talk to him, Kyer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree. The Rams was up 40 points too, and they almost lost. They was up 40 in the game. The Rams, the Super Bowl champions, was up 42 in the fourth.
They took
it was 38 points. Nah, don't tell me don't take no goddamn gas off. Up 38 points in the fourth quarter and won by
100 if they wanted to. Come on,
let's stop. No, sir.
Let's stop right now.
But Kyer, I would say
any given Sunday, as always.
It's marked though. Archive this video.
Yo, yeah, for sure.
We're gonna run this motherfucker back.
So hold on. Hold on. Let's run it. All right. Let's go to the poll question first. You agree or disagree with the poll question?
Would I be surprised if they're NFC champions? Yeah, I would
Like,
be.
are they the
I would be
surprise team?
surprised.
Like, I'm just saying, are they the surprise team
I don't know if they're
in the
the surprise
NFC?
team. I think they're getting the hype. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are getting the hype.
As always, yeah,
Right,
as we
they're
always
getting the
do.
hype. So I don't think it'll be a surprise. I would be surprised because I don't think they'll be NFC East champions. 'Cause I just think that we're not there yet. I think we're about a year, 2 years away.
Okay.
If we can, just get a little bit stronger, see what our team is about. Don't, continue to add on, not
Yeah.
take away. I think we'll be ready in about a year or two, but not this year. I don't think
Are
we'll
you
be
are you are you betting? Are you betting right now that game? I mean, it's
the
early.
Lions
It's
game.
super early. But week 1, do you like Detroit plus 4.5?
Man, I don't bet on Detroit, man.
Oh, okay. My
I
man.
don't bet on
Well,
Detroit.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm going.
But I would probably say,
That'd be tough, bro.
yeah, I
I'd
don't.
be tough
I'm.
to
It's
bet
hard.
against
I
the
don't.
Birds
Yeah,
game
I can't.
week 1
I gotta watch.
already.
I gotta watch my Birds first.
We already there.
No, I'm not there. But I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised. So
Yeah.
who's your one? Who they losing to? You said
Me?
yeah.
I'm thinking this Jacksonville game.
Get the fuck out of here.
You just said they was going to lose to Detroit.
Come on, man. Jacksonville.
Dougie P coming back. He knows Philly better than anybody.
We don't know. He does. This is a
Yeah,
complete
he
different
does.
team. This is a complete different team.
Man,
Who's
he
on
knows Hurts,
Who's
bro.
on this team?
He knows Hurts.
Who's on this team that he has?
He knows Hurts.
Does he?
Yes. What do you mean? Yeah, does he? He drafted the motherfucker, didn't he?
I don't know if he
Yeah,
drafted
that's true.
him. He got drafted, but I don't know
Yeah,
if
he got
Dougie P
drafted. Yeah, if
drafted.
you don't know, that's
Right.
Dougie.
I mean,
I mean, it's to me, there's a letdown game.
so
Like,
you
I
want
like
to say
them
we're gonna get to week 4 and lose to the Jags?
I like them at the Vikings here. You know, what I mean, Vikings are almost making that claim to being the worst
Yeah,
hated
they're
team
going
here.
opposite way, right?
Yeah,
Washington got so much going
Washington
for 'em.
at Washington is you know, I don't know what they're going to be. I think they're going to be better than what people give them credit for, but they got to figure out what's going on with those receivers. But they have obviously they have a solid defense, a very underrated and very good defense. So this is a game to watch for. We always play our NFC you know, divisions games are always tough. So this is no walk in the park. It's in Washington. I don't know if this is their home opener or not.
Walk in the park to me.
Yeah.
Washington Park. It's a walk. It's a right walk to me in that
Walk.
stadium because we got Carson Wentz at the quarterback position.
Ooh.
Who knows Carson Wentz than the Philadelphia motherfucking Eagles?
Shit.
We know. We've been waiting to get them. Man, you talking about defensive backs licking their chops against this game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the Jags, right?
I don't give two shits about Jags out at home, right?
At home, Dougie P coming back to the link. So obviously a lot of emotion. You know, a kind of a, you know, let's go get this one for Doug type game. So I expected a decent showing from the Jags in that game. A decent showing. I'm not, you know, I mean, if that was a letdown game, that would be my letdown game because I'm not a believer in Arizona because after that it's Arizona, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Houston, Washington again. Like, look at all these games are against teams that didn't make the play. Well, Arizona made the playoffs, but all these teams were trash. A lot of them were all under 500.
Yeah,
and this is why I don't want to. I'm trying not to get caught up. But the more I look at this schedule, and it's just tough. Excuse me. It's just tough to not see them win these games because these teams are bad. I don't see a lot of winning teams on this schedule. So
can we count 9 games? Can we look at that? Can we count 9 plus wins? Let's run it
all
down.
right, let's do it. So right now in the NFC East odds, we have Dallas at plus 120, we have the Eagles at plus 200, we have Washington at plus 500, New York at plus 600. Right now, do you have any early bets on that division winner right now?
I mean, there's no value really though.
There's no value in it. You don't see any value in anybody.
The line is kind of right where it needs to be. I mean, you could put money on Philadelphia Eagles to win a division. I think they will.
But I'm not talking about what you could do. I'm talking about what are we doing? Right now we talking live. We're on air. People are watching. People want to know. If I like the Eagles, do I put my money on the Eagles right now? Or
there's no value. I like when I look at future bets. I look at odds. I look at great odds. I look at better odds than that. So I'd rather have a sleeper that I can look at and say, you know what, I think this team's going to, like you say, talking about creep up on somebody.
Yeah,
I
right.
think this team's going to creep on somebody. I'm going to get in plus 600, plus 700, plus 1200 odds. That's when I look at future bets. Where can I find the best value? Plus 200 to win it in the East. I mean, okay, two
Yeah.
to one on your money. I guess is great, but it's not for me for a future. I'm not waiting 12. I mean, like 6 months to figure out if I'm going to win this fucking bet for 2 to 1 on my money. I'd rather
Right.
that be a
All right,
big leap.
you need a bigger pot of
I need
gold at
better
the end of the
value.
rainbow,
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
yeah.
All right, cool.
I'd rather
Fair,
just
fair
bet
enough.
week to
I
week.
mean, and that's what I want to hear. That's what people want to
For
hear. That's
me,
what people want to know. How you go about your business, because you're actually pretty good at doing your futures.
futures. Yeah.
I mean, over the last couple of years, I'm not sure. I don't think there's been a time where you haven't missed.
Yeah,
Like
I'm in the running.
yeah,
I'm
you're
in the
always
running
in
where I
the
can
running at
usually
the end.
hedge. Yeah.
Exactly. You're always at
And
the
it'd be
running at the
value.
end, and
Yep.
then you give your opportunity to hedge, which I think is a great strategy in terms of your future betting, because it's hard to hit these. These are I call these bets like big parlays, scratchy, scratchy take, especially when they have good odds.
Right.
But you do your research, you see their schedule, you understand their roster. Hopefully, you get lucky and miss the injury bug, and you put yourself in a position to win. And that's all we can do here at the Money Pop Podcast Show is put you in a position to be able to win money. Right? There's always a chance that you're not going to win. It is a gamble, right? But shit, motherfuckers was gambling with that 401k money with this goddamn economy, $2 trillion off of the 401k market. So don't tell me that this is money putting in the market and stocks and all that stuff is a sure thing. Because as much money as they gave out to everybody, they took that back and then some interest and then some.
Easily
And
did that.
still taking. Still taking.
Everybody else is jumping right on that. Like, yeah,
Right.
we're gonna start price gouging.
Yeah. So
Like it's
exactly.
crazy out here.
Yeah, so we can still find value in the short term here and looking at long-term type bets
Yeah.
to make sure that we get the plus EV back on our money. So right now, NFC East, B Diddy has nobody he likes right here. Any
Because of the
over
value. I like the Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC East. I'm
NFC
not
East?
betting it. I'm not betting because the
Okay,
value
we're
is
only
just
talking
too
about what
short.
you're gonna put in today, not
Yeah,
what you like. What we're
gotcha.
gonna talk about. Okay. So right now, I do agree with your philosophy right now. But I do and will be betting the Eagles to win the NFC East. I like them to win the NFC East right now. The schedule is super soft. I'm not a believer in Dallas, and it's always their year every year. We hear it all the time. But I think they just like literally they've lost too many holes. They've lost too many key players from them to replace. They haven't switched over to Pollard as the main running back and kind of phase Zeke out, because I know Zeke was banged up, but Zeke's got a lot of miles on that body. So I'm not sure where he's going to be next year. And I think it's time to start moving him into more. It's hard to, because he's an all-time great, especially for the Dallas organization. Probably will be a Hall of Famer. Not sure first ballot, but I think he would be in the conversation for Hall of Famer. And I just think that he just doesn't have that extra burst anymore. He's more of a thunder more than he was when he was a full-time bell cow. And then just their losses with Cooper, Gregory, on the defensive side and the offensive side. You're missing key star players. So I think Dallas takes a track back. The reason why Dallas is the favorite to win is because of Dak, and rightfully so. Dak is the most talented quarterback in the division. But I like the Eagles' upside. Like you said, a lot of hype train. I'm getting behind the hype. So right now, give me the Birds to win the NFC East at plus 2-1. Understanding that a little bit short on the odds, you do want to look for. Let me write this down. You do want to look for a little bit better odds. Like you said, you don't want to be waiting 8, 9 months, 11 months just to win 2-1 on your money. But I feel that getting anything plus EV is a good bet, right? If you can go in and double your money in any situation, that's a good deal. Get on base. Don't try to always hit a home run. Getting on base is just as good. It puts you in a position to score. So give me the Birds. That's one of my bets. NFC East division champs at plus 200. All right. Let's go to the next division. Let's go to the NFC West, most interesting division. That's the Rams, Arizona, San Fran, and Seattle. Right now, we have the NFC West as Rams plus 130, Arizona plus 300, San Fran plus 200, and obviously Seattle plus 1,300. Right now, the Rams are total regular season wins are sitting at 10.5. Arizona's at 8.5, and San Fran's at 10. Not even going to talk about Seattle. Seattle's not even in the conversation at this moment, and they won't be moving forward. Even if Baker goes to Seattle, they got so much shit going on. It's a train wreck over there. Why are the Rams only plus 130 when I feel like the Rams have gotten better?
Yeah, that's a little tricky. I like the Rams, so
I like the Rams
I'll
too.
continue to take those the odds being as short as possible because I think there's an opportunity there. I think the Rams do business again. So
I do too, man. I don't. I'm having a hard time understanding why the Rams. Let me bring this up too right now. Why the Rams are such a short division winner here at plus 130. And I'm surprised. I'm not surprised at Arizona being plus 300. Starting the season off probably with a suspension at least 4 games, even if he gets it reduced from Hopkins, is huge for them. Like he needs to be on the field. They're obviously a better team. Murray's a better quarterback with Hopkins on the field. So they need that. And they lost they lost the other receiver who went to the Jags. Who was that? Kurt.
mhm.
They lost Kurt as well. So they lost a lot of speed on that offense. And you got James Conner as their lead running back at the moment right now. Defense should be solid, but they lost Chandler Jones. They lost a lot of pieces on there. So I think this is granted. This is a little bit surprising because how good is Trey Lance, right? And at 10 regular season wins, I know this defense is stout. This defense is still good, and this is a very well coached team. Shanahan should have these boys playing, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They'll figure out the Debo situation. They always run the ball well. You got Kittle on there, and then you have a dynamic, what we think is a dynamic quarterback, and Trey Lance, who's been sitting on the pine for a year. But I think that's a big reach for me for 10 games. I think they'd be lucky on a good season they get 10 games,
Mhm.
right? Especially with a new quarterback coming in, Garoppolo's coming off surgery. You're looking to get him out the door, and to have a quarterback who's never played NFL football, a regular NFL season football game or started, is a better way to say it. Well, actually, he has because of Garoppolo been out, but I don't know about this, man. And I like the under on that 10 games, but tell me why we're not betting Rams and going heavy on the Rams here.
Yeah, I like the Rams. I think now I would say I would thought they would be a little bit more heavier favors to win the NFC again. I mean, I don't know. I like the Rams, man. I think you'll get this core group for the most part another full year together. The question is, do they get a little comfortable? Is it hard to go back to backs? You have that trend, right? But I think this team is led by a strong coach
For sure.
that's come back to continue this career and continue to win. So I think this Rams team has a great
A
potential to
problem.
run it back and
it is a
continue
it's
to
a
be a
pro
problem.
is it a problem for sure.
Yeah,
Now they lost a lot. They lost Von Miller.
yeah, they
They
got
lost
Von Miller for what 6 games maybe.
yeah, but he was different. He was a difference maker
I
though.
agree. I agree. There's
You
gonna
know
be
what I
there's
mean?
gonna be there's gonna be free agents and other opportunities throughout the
Yeah.
year if they need to plug in that place right there. Though. So
Right, but just looking at this team because I think I want to go more into this team because we're talking about NFC East predictions and obviously the Rams have to be one of those tops in the list there. They lost. Well, Beckham still hasn't been re-signed, so he's still out there. He's coming off an injury. Andrew Whitworth retired, and they lost Robert Woods. But
yeah,
you still got Ramsey. You still got Cup.
they
You still
picked up
got
Robinson,
Donald. You got Stafford. People forgot about Bobby Wagner too signing with
Bobby
them.
Wagner.
Bobby
Yeah,
Wagner came over,
they
which is
signed Robinson out of Chicago, who
and they
probably
signed
gets the
Allen Robinson. Now I'm not sure what Robinson is going to do, um, but obviously he has all the tools, all the makings
right.
to be, as good as Robert Woods or better. So we already know he's got the talent. Now you put him with a good team, and we're going to see what he can do coming off that injury. The
Mhm.
only thing he's got to stay healthy.
I will say the value though. The value is probably Arizona Cardinals here at plus 300,
Yeah,
and I just think,
I
I mean,
don't
it's
trust.
value.
I
I
don't
just
trust Murray, man.
yeah. I mean, I agree. They playoff Murray was terrible in second half. Cardinals hasn't been well.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell you, coach is getting away. That the coach gets in the way all the time, man. But I would say if you're looking at value, the Cardinals will be the value out of that division. If it's not going to be the Rams, I don't see it being the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't see it being the Niners either.
Right. I mean, your
Nin-
best player
Nin-
don't even want to
Niners
be
getting
there.
a lot of respect.
Yeah. I mean, Samuels don't even want to be at a 49er.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He was your bigger dynamic player.
Right.
You think I mean, he could possibly sit there and sit out this whole season. We'll see.
All right, so we're in agreement. We like the Rams to win the division. Now, I think this is a team we need to look at for the NFC East. NFC division is just completing the conference as well. I'm sorry, at plus 500. Now, here's a funny stat, because I was like, well, if they win the conference, obviously they're going back to the Super Bowl. Only 7 teams in the NFL's history has won back to back, right? And a lot of them are in our era. The last team to do it was the Pats. San Fran did it. The Pats, then Dallas in the 90s, and then San Fran did it back with, I believe, Steve Young days. Or was it Montana? I think it was Steve Young. I forget which one. No, I think it was Montana. Who won back to back. So if you think about it, only like a 12%, 13% chance of going back to back. But here's an interesting stat that I found. In the last 10 years, the last 10 Super Bowls, 6 of those Super Bowls had teams that went back to the Super Bowl. So that means out of those 10 teams, 6 of those games had the same winner. Though the Super Bowl champion from the year before went back to the Super Bowl. All of them lost. So out of the 10 years, out of the 10 Super Bowls, 6 of them had at least the same team in them. Yeah. Which I thought is really interesting.
I mean, thought that was last year too. You can look at it. It was the Bucks, right? The Bucks almost there, and they lost to the Rams, right? They were in the NFC.
Well, the year before that, the Bucks were there.
The Bucks won.
So it was. I'm trying to think. I got to bring it back up on that list, but it was it was New England. They beat Atlanta, and then they lost to us. Mm-hmm. And then it was Seattle. Who did they beat?
They lost to the Patriots. They beat Denver.
Denver, was it?
They beat Denver and lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, it was them. And then the other team was KC.
I think it was Denver, right? Didn't Denver go back to back
last 10 years?
Last 10 years. Okay.
Yeah, last 10 years. Denver did do it, but last 10 years. Mm-hmm. But in the last one we did was KC.
Yeah, I mean that's why I like the Rams. I mean, I don't
KC
see
won.
You can't tell me this team is gotten that much worse. Can they win it? Can they win it all? No, I think that probably comes out.
I think you could argue they've almost gotten better.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you could argue they've gotten better.
What's interesting is that the opposing conference, I think, is going to possibly can win it, to win a Super Bowl or win the AFC, is all in the same division. That's why it's so sick in that AFC West.
Yeah,
is that 2 to 3 of those teams can possibly make a Super Bowl run, and they're all in the same division fighting each other. That's kind of crazy to me.
For sure. So right now, what I got so far, I got me betting, not just locking, but betting Eagles to win NFC East, fanboy bet probably, and then we're both on the Rams to win their division. And are we both on them to win the whole NFC East?
The Rams?
I mean, they win the whole NFC conference. My apologies.
The Rams?
Yes. Is that a bet you're making right now?
No, I'm not. I need some more time.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I'll know midway through the preseason, see what the injuries are looking like. Those are all key.
Yeah,
I mean, to put money out this early, like for instance, I put money out real early. Like I think the Indianapolis Colts. I thought I put money out there on them early, and there was a possibility they're going strong. They didn't fuck around and make the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll look at the AFC next week for sure.
No, I'm saying last year.
Oh, last year.
I'm just saying like it was. I did that early. I jumped the gun early.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And then it's just like I'm like wasting money. So for me, I just need to see enough.
Let it shake out a little bit more.
Yeah, let it shake out. See what kind of moves are going to be happening during the preseason. We still got to know what's going on with people's eligibility at places, and so it's just a lot. But I mean, forecasting, I think it's a good bet. I think the Rams make the Super Bowl again. They look great. Uh, but am I putting my money on it? No.
Okay. All right. NFC North. We got Green Bay at -170. We got the Vikings at +300. Oh shit! You seen that? Oh, my shit fell.
Got a
Detroit.
ghost in the house.
I know, right? Detroit Lions. It's because of the Vikings. I was talking shit about the Vikings. Detroit. Your Detroit Lions at +850.
I ain't say they're gonna win the division. I just said they could beat the Eagles on week 1. I ain't say they're gonna win the division.
And then Chicago Bears at +950. Obviously, Green Bay should be the favorite in this.
Yeah.
Their defense is coming back pretty stout. Obviously, we need to understand and know what this team is going to look like without Adams.
Mm-hmm.
You put obviously it's not a plug and play for what's his name, Christian Watson, I believe, from North Dakota State, their high draft pick. But they got a decent front seven on the defensive side of the ball. They should have Alexander back healthy. And I've always been a big believer that number one receivers don't equal Super Bowls. I mean, I think that when you look at the teams that have been there, there's some X factors because what about Tampa? What's his name? Mike what's his name? Damn, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Yeah, with Mike Evans and stuff like that. But you just look. You can't look over the fact that they have the greatest quarterback of all time playing quarterback, and Tom Brady. Yeah. Like you just can't look over that because more likely maybe one or two other quarterbacks can do with that. Just kind of just go to another team and win a Super Bowl. And then even go back again, and then in the third year almost go back again. So in the second year, almost go back again. So it's really
that's an argument though. Like, what are we talking about? I mean, the best receiver won last year.
The best receiver is not always on.
The best receiver last year won the Super Bowl last year. The best receiver.
Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was. This is I'm
number one.
Number one, but like Adams traded to the Raiders, right? That does not going to mean the Raiders that doesn't put the Raiders over the hump to get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Because why?
It's some hump. They went over something hump. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes them better. It'll give them a couple wins, but I mean, it's just like Hopkins. Hopkins went to Arizona, and what has Arizona done since?
Well, when he's playing, they tough. When it falls on quarterback, but for Arizona, now we're saying when Hopkins is not playing, Murray's like, I don't know what to do.
Of course.
So that's why it's so crazy. Why the damn market went so crazy when Christian Kirk got all that money to go to the Jags.
And like, how do you get all this money? Can we not say the same thing about Rodgers right now?
I'm saying I think I get what you're saying. I get 100%. You don't need a number one receiver to win a Super Bowl. I think you're right, but I wouldn't go with saying that. Number one receivers don't help a Super Bowl, aspirated team. So I think, for instance, like we talked about yesterday or just a minute ago, that last year's Super Bowl was the number one receiver. You can go back to
all these Detroit talk, man. Like, get out of here.
Detroit offense is underrated. All right, there you go, Sammy Rowe. I'm telling you, man. Watch out for Detroit.
All this Detroit love, man. Get out of here.
I got the Detroit blue on today. It's like, nah, let me stop. I'm going too far. Nah, man. I don't know. I mean, you can look at Super Bowls. Look at the New York Giants when they won. They had Plexico Bears.
Yeah, bro. He wasn't the number one, though.
Ooh, you tripping?
He was the number one on that team.
Plex wasn't a top receiver in his prime. You kidding me? Who was other than Plexico Bears and Randy Moss? Who was Moss and?
I'm not taking anything away from Plex. Plex,
please don't.
Plex was good to give you double-digit touchdowns for sure. Right. Has some ankle injuries and stuff like that, but as like his numbers as a top 5 receiver, he's never been that.
I don't know. I would have to look at his numbers, but when he was playing, he was
He's good for 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, and I take that any day.
That's a number one receiber.
I'll take that any day. If
you're comparing that to anybody that Green Bay got, that's a zero. If Green Bay had Plexico Bears, that number would be much higher than what it is. Let's say that.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, what we betting in this division,
Shout
bro?
out the Plexico Bears too. Just
Yeah,
because I
he had
think
he had a good interview
his post
on his
on the pivot.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and his post career, helping out and focusing on his
yeah, he's doing a
family and
lot. Yeah, he's
doing a
doing a
lot of
lot,
things. So
and I
salute
like
to
the move in
Plexico.
silence. Don't nobody know about it until you
Yep,
say something.
absolutely.
So what we got here? Who you bet? Are you betting anything in this
I'm not betting
division?
anything, but I mean, I like the juice on 170. I think Green Bay wins the division
Yeah,
easily.
170 is
Yeah,
high.
I mean, I think that's a layup. They just got to pay the
The good
170.
thing about FanDuel is you can parlay winners. Just to
Mhm.
let you guys know if you didn't know,
Look at that.
you
Plus
can
265 for those two. I like
yeah
it.
you can parlay winners here.
Add the Eagles in there. Ooh, plus 995. Boom, play that. See, I'll play that. See, that's value to me. That's value to
Give me
me.
that 10-1 on my money. Now we
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. Now we talking.
Now we
Now,
talk.
now it's worth the gamble.
Now it's worth the gamble.
And it ain't got to be too crazy. I can put a half a unit and still, that's plus
Yeah,
five,
for sure.
right?
Bankroll management all day. We
Let's go
talk
to
about
the
that a
let's go
lot.
to the last the NFC
500 give you five. Oh, obviously 500 give you five hundos, 5 dimes.
Let's do that. Let's do that, Nate. Let's do the NFC four to win, and then parlay them, and then we'll do the AFC next week or whenever we come back.
So hold on, what are we doing?
We gotta go one more. Go to the next division.
I'll do
NFC.
a whole NFC
Yeah,
conference
let's see how that
division
works out.
parlay. All right, next division. We got Tampa at minus 300, obviously huge favorite. New Orleans plus 400. The Panthers at plus 1300, and obviously the Atlanta Falcons at plus
Put
2500.
the Falcons in that bitch.
Oh shit!
Woo! Let's go, Falcons. Now we got something we can talk about.
What we got
It's like
100 give you 30 grand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Woo! Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that.
'Cause we know damn well. But hey, listen, we get all the way to. Yeah, we're not doing that. I mean, you would have to go Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you would have to go Tampa here. Interesting enough, Brady is 0-4 against New Orleans.
New Orleans, I know.
Since he's been to Tampa, 0-4 against New Orleans. I can't get over this receiving core though, bro. This receiving core is.
And then what's the right? We'll hit sin on a parlay, and fucking Drew Brees will come back tomorrow. We'd be like,
right.
God damn it!
It's this joint like
That is a tricky one.
It is, and as much as Winston can throw obviously 30 or 40 touchdowns, he can throw 30 or 40 picks too. But Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, and Chris Overlay, come on, man. I don't think it's hard to see another. That's arguably the best receiving core in the league. Arguably. And if
let's pump it down a little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, you hyping that up a little. I mean, Mike Thomas we ain't see playing the whole year. I don't know what we're gonna get out of that. Christian,
he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Come on.
Olive from Ohio State. He has to. Let's get. Can he get a pass? Can he get one reception first before we go and make him like the best?
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
that's 2 of the 3.
You put him against the third best corner.
Come on, baby. Are they better than Cincinnati's trio?
I said one of the best. I didn't say. I said arguably. I didn't say they was.
I don't know. Well, first off, and then who throwing him the rock? Jameis Winston.
Yo, Jameis will still throw for 5,000 yards, bro. Don't sleep on Jameis.
Okay, so go ahead put him in this parlay then.
Who?
Put the Saints in this parlay.
Hell no. You crazy?
I do think Tampa takes a step back. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
I think Godwin.
So
not Godwin. Goodwin. Is a big blow for them.
Yeah.
Gage ain't gonna step in and be Chris Goodwin. That's
I have their under team total wins for the season. I did take that.
They are 11, I think. 11 and a half.
Yeah, 11 and a half. I took the under there. Then they take a step back.
11. Yeah, I don't know what I haven't looked at their schedule, but obviously I think they're the biggest favorite to win their division out of all of them. I guess maybe Buffalo. All right, so I do like this parlay though. Rams, Green Bay, and get some.
You got to add the Tampa Bay Bucks
plus 1,300.
There you go.
What if we just took the Eagles out? Almost 4-1. This looks like a layup.
Don't be scared now.
Don't be
Come on
scared.
now. You were just talking about
I just
Eagles
wanted to see
winning
what
the
it looked like.
NFC. Nah, don't put the Eagles in there.
Yeah, I actually like this better.
Yeah, I like that better. I do. I don't. Yeah, I like that better.
I like this better, even though they're the favorite. It's just I just like this. I like
Put
this.
that in for me. That's me. I'm gonna put that in there.
All right,
You can
let's
mark
go.
that down. I'll put that in there. Now the value we talking now makes sense. Now I'm really
All right,
wish to
so we
wait.
got the
I'll
NFC
wait 8 months to see this payout. So let's
parlay.
do
We
it.
got Rams, Green Bay, and Philly plus 995 today.
One
Brent
unit.
B Diddy locked in. So we got two. We each got two bets right now. I got two. We got two future bets right now. We're going to play Eagles to win NFC East. We both on the Rams to win. What's that? The NFC West. And then as of right now, you got a parlay for the Rams, Green Bay, and Eagles. NFC parlay. B Diddy all locked in right now. All right, we got one more bet to look at. Then we'll talk about some bad beats. We'll get everybody out here. See if we can look at some value today on some daily bets and some free bets for today. The bet I want to talk about here is the NFC East. I mean, sorry, I keep saying that. The NFC Championship value here. Now we're looking for pure value on all these teams here to win the NFC East. I keep saying that shit. NFC Conference. Who you like here, man? Who's your value play? And don't say the Detroit Lions.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
55-1.
Yeah, the best value here would be the Rams here at plus 500.
Is the Rams a plus 500?
Yeah, that'd be the best value. Rams plus 500. Yep. As I'm looking right now, right? I mean, we're looking in June.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
looking.
it's good value on the Philadelphia Eagles, but I don't think we'll make it if you want to put like a quarter unit, half unit on it
Yeah,
just
that's
because. But
that's the polarizing bet. Like the one thing about Philadelphia and our betting market is that we're so easily induced to back our teams. And a lot of teams are, but specifically Philadelphia. Um, Anywhere you go on DraftKings or anything like that, especially when the Sixers were playing, especially if the Eagles are playing, there's always a parlay bet for one of those teams. Always is. Obviously, that could be just because of location and the app is catering to our location, so that would make sense as well. But when I look at these bets, though, and I see the ticker of how many people betting these bets, it's like 7, 8, 9,000 people betting these bets that they put out. Just a caveat for y'all who bet on FanDuel and DraftKings and you bet their odds boost, you bet their parlays that they put together. They don't put them shits together for y'all to win, right? Like it might look good and this make sense. That's what it's supposed to do. But them shits be the biggest scams. Now I get it. People have hit on those. Absolutely. I'm not saying that they haven't, but I think the information just came out recently that out of the profits or the winning bets that have been, collected over the year, only 15% have them been parlay winners. 15% have been parlay winners. You know how small sample size that is of a $2-4 billion industry? Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta like we like the parlays. We all who don't like a parlay party. But you gotta start to kind of, you know, skim that down a little bit in terms of these ultra huge parlays that are literally like $20-$30 scratchy tickets that you guys are buying, hoping to win 20 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand.
that's what they call the shiny little toy.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
parlays are shiny little toys. And yes, it's cool to look at. It's cool to post on Instagram, whatever these social media platforms are, and people get views and likes, and it's like, ooh, oh my God, he won off a 10-cent parlay. He won $100,000.
The
It's like,
$1 million parlays be the crazy things where people be
yeah,
putting
and they
10
be
racks,
crazy, but
20 grand.
they're clickbait.
Crazy.
And how many times he had how many 10-cent or $1, $10 tickets did he put in to win that? So
I just gotta say, not a million's worth. That's a
no,
lot. I've
it is
seen
a lot.
people hit $1 million parlay.
That's lucky.
It is
I've
lucky
seen
for
people
sure.
hit the lottery too every day. I mean,
For sure.
that's what it is. It's,
It
it's
is
just
it's
the same.
absolutely lucky.
Somebody gonna hit the Mega Millions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna do it.
We got one of these days, man. We're gonna hit one of these. We'll hit one. That'll
We're
be,
too logical into what we think.
yeah, we
That's why
are.
we're just not we're
Yeah, I
not
can't.
closing our
Yeah,
eyes. I need an auto pick for this for them to hit them bitches. So
yeah.
it's
Facts.
always gonna be one team that's gonna
Yeah.
mess me up.
Always one leg. Always. I'm trying to look here, and it's hard for me not to agree with you on the Rams. Interesting that Tampa is the favorite. And obviously that's the Tom Brady factor.
Mhm.
I'm trying to look at some value here. Obviously, 5-1. Like I said, anything plus money is kind of good. 5-1 does look pretty good, but I don't see anybody in the later end of these odds, especially like even with us plus 14, the Cardinals plus 14, New Orleans at plus 17, and even the Vikings at plus 2,000. Wouldn't touch Dallas. San Fran is a roll of the dice. I think their odds are low. I think those actually should be more where we are.
I mean, all right, I would say if we're looking at value here, I would
Yeah,
go.
I'm looking at value. I'm looking.
You
I'm
go
looking at
Philadelphia
who's
Eagles. We
a
can
dark.
talk about your Saints, right? We
Who's
can
a
talk
dark
about your
horse? Yeah, is it the Saints? Is the Saints a dark horse?
yeah with the plus 1700. Yeah, that'd be a
Yeah,
dark horse because it's hard. It's always hard to. I mean, you can put it this way: it's always hard to play in New Orleans. So they got home field advantage, a true home
facts.
field advantage, right? Injuries, if they can stay healthy, I think they can. Like I said, Tom Brady hasn't beat the Saints. He's 0-4. So there, that's one place there.
Don, I ain't hating, man.
Definitely hating
Actually,
down.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Y'all right. I am hating because y'all haven't won shit. I mean, to be real, like I'm just gonna keep it a bean.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
haven't won shit. You know what I mean? Like
They got that team is turning the corner though. The team
and
turning
man,
the corner.
they ain't turning shit. They couldn't turn a page in a
All
book
right.
right now.
Wait till week
Come on,
one.
man.
We gonna reassemble week one.
Come on, man.
When they
That's the
turn that
mark.
complete
If
page
I'm
on
yo,
on the damn
if
Eagles head.
I'm wrong, oh, congratulations, Detroit Lions. When's the last time you seen a Detroit Lions starter jacket? Beverly Hills Cop? Like, come on, man.
It's
You know
true.
what I mean? 1987. Like, come on, man.
Jalen
We talking
Rose
about Detroit.
loved the Lions, man. Rawr,
did you really just do the rar?
rawr. Like little kittens. But nah, man, put a little respect on Lions. They getting better, man. They turn the corner. They
I
turn
ain't
the
putting
corner.
shit on the Lions, man. Get out of here.
Look,
All right.
they above 4 teams. Usually they be at the bottom.
So you said that if anybody you're looking here, if anything you would sprinkle on here, and I
It'll
think
be
this is actually going. I'm gonna be with you on this one. It's really a no bet for me at the moment. Like you said, the Rams is interesting, obviously, because I just feel like their roster got better, and if Beckham comes back, mid year or later in the year, and if he can find his traction again, that's definitely going to be scary. But I'm looking at it, and New Orleans is the only. If it was Peyton coaching, then I would say New Orleans is the bet here. That's the only thing. Like I do you could sell me on that offense being explosive. You can kind of sell me on that defense being okay. I mean, they lost Jenkins, right? Jenkins retired, so that's a big hole to fill. And I think they did a good job there. I think they got the kid from Baltimore. I forget his name because was it Max Williams? Was it
Mhm.
Max Williams? No, that's the DN. I forget his name, but because we tried to get him, but New Orleans got him. So they got to, they're losing a impact player and replacing him
The
with
kid from
a
Notre
younger.
Dame.
What'd you say?
The kid from Notre Dame, right?
You talking about the draft pick?
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Nah, they signed somebody. Did they? Who did they draft? Did they draft the kid from Notre Dame too? I thought Olivier was their first pick.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. We can
I
move
don't
on.
think they got the kid from but yeah, so You could sell me on New Orleans if Peyton was there. The only reason why I'm hesitant because they got a new head coach. And Jameis has got to learn somewhat of probably of a new offense, if even that. So that's and Peyton was known to be offensive guru, offensive genius. Obviously, having Drew Brees helps, having Michael Thomas healthy helps. But this offense is still very very dynamic. And I agree though that would be my lean if you wanted some value on New Orleans. But other than that, it's a no bet for me. Yeah, you can't add them in there either, just to double up. But it'd be a no bet for me right now. I
Yep.
agree with you. I like the division slip we got. I like the betting ticket here we got here. These should be kind of two no brainers here, and then we'll sweat the Eagles winning the division. Who won the division last year? Was it Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas won the division.
Because wasn't it like what's that? Isn't crazy stat? No two. Nobody's won the division back to back
Okay.
years, and like we did it. We did it the one year, right?
Mm, no, I think that was a stat. No team has won back
Oh,
to
okay,
back.
okay. That's his name.
Marcus
Thanks,
Williams.
Don. Marcus Williams. I knew it was something Williams.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Kyle
it.
Hamilton went to Baltimore. That's right. Sorry.
Hey, don't be, don't, yo, Don, don't be hating. All right, don't be hating. Don't be
Damn.
hating, man. Why we gotta get all that? Why we get Harper just got hurt? Like, give us a break, man.
I know. How
Shit,
about that?
give us a break. He was pissed too. I would be pissed too. Obviously, you fracture your thumb. It's like, damn, what the fuck, man?
And he on a great season right now too.
Yeah, and because it was high inside too, couldn't throw it out as like his body or something. And we were just feeling comfortable, just feeling comfortable.
We got the win though.
We did, yeah. I mean, we got the no. We did we
Yeah,
win? I thought
we
we
won
lost.
last night. No, we won last night. I
Did we
think
win
4
last night?
4-2, I think.
Yeah, we did win. We did win. All right. So we got our bets in. Once again, if you're just joining, make sure you hit that like, hit that notification button. We got 3 bets right now that we're putting in for our future NFC, way too early NFC predictions. I like the Eagles, NFC East. We have both agreement on the Rams at plus 130, which I think is still really good value, especially looking at some of the other teams right now that are the division winners. So really like the Rams at plus 130. And right now, I'm gonna wait till we do the AFC. I'm gonna play with this parlay a little bit from the AFC side and do a 4-team kind of inter conference or inter division parlay from the other side. But right now, Brent has this NFC parlay: Rams, Green Bay, Philly. That is paying out at a beautiful plus 995, 10-1 on your money right here. Really, really strong future parlay right here on your division winner. This is what he's talking about in terms of the value. The other 2 plays, you got to put a couple more units on there, counting on your bankroll of where you're comfortable at. Make sure you stay in a comfortable space. The one thing about recessions, the one thing about downturn in economy is that there's 2 things that always stick. And in any kind of economic up or turmoil is people still buy alcohol. People still run these motherfucking numbers. They still bet. They do. Alcohol and betting will always stick. Doesn't matter what the economic atmosphere is like. People will still bet and gamble, and people will still drink. So, with that being said, be ultra careful in your bankroll management. Make sure everything's going up, but make sure you got food on the goddamn table. Make sure your bills are paid. Make sure you are not using house money to make bets because there's one guarantee in this game of betting: you will lose. It's a guarantee. You will lose and you will go in the cooler when you're losing and you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole. Make sure you're betting with money that you can lose. Bet responsibly. Please bet responsibly. We like to get free bets out, but we're in a position because our bankroll allows us to make these type of bets, to be able to put unit bets in each week or every single day or however frequently we choose to bet if we see value, right? We're in that position. If you are not in that position, Once again, get yourself a spreadsheet, and we'll do a show. We'll maybe run a spreadsheet of how to build a spreadsheet of keeping your finances in order so you can have your set aside, putting in systems to maybe get ready for the football season if you're not a baseball better or a tennis better or a golf better. Shit, is NASCAR running right now? Because I know you're
Yeah,
a NASCAR better, right?
I'm taking a break to football, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
After
um,
this, hockey's done,
right, right. So
which will be tonight.
start
Shout out to the Avalanche.
continue to put some money aside if you're ready for football season or fantasy or whatever you do. Continue to put money aside. Do not bet with house money. All right. So we got the docket on the day. We got some baseball here. I think right now, like you said earlier in the show, you have a future bet on the Avalanche right now to finish
Yes.
this series off in 6 or 7 games, which is a very good bet, and you have them to win the whole thing. So you're sitting in a perfect position here to sit back, watch the game, and collect money. My question to you right now: are you even pushing your chips in even more and betting the Avalanche to win today, right now?
Nah, because then I can be on the losing end of that. Then now my value completely gets diminished, right? If
Right, right.
I because I already got to lose, I'm going to lose one of the sides of the bets, so I'm only going to bring back a 2/3 of the betting complete.
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't do that tonight because if they lose, and now I'm coming back with a even.
Right, right.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? So no, I'll let it ride.
Let it ride.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Any other bets we see today from a baseball perspective? If you look,
So it's interesting. The Yankees yesterday didn't show up.
yeah,
The
they
young
did not.
kid Javier put on a show that they had a no hitter, which is surprising when you look at that lineup for the Yankees. So I probably won't touch that, but I will see a bounce back from the Yankees today.
Yeah, they
I
lost
think,
two in a row.
yeah, I think Cortez is betting, so I don't think they lose this. I don't think they get swept in this series. So I
They got
think
one. They won the first. They won the opener and they lost the last two. It's a 4 game series.
okay, so today's for the split, right?
Yeah,
So
this is for the this if they win today,
right,
they tie the series, I guess, right now.
right. So Nestor Cortez is on the mound. He's doing it well. Jose, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I think it should be a good one. But I would say the Yankees will probably take that.
Paying
Um,
juice for it's minus 170.
yeah, but you want to look at possibly a parlay 'cause I love Tampa Bay here. Um,
Yeah,
Definitely
they
first
snuck
half
out the
you
win
can.
yesterday.
Yeah, but if you get first half here, I think they sweep
Yeah,
Pirates.
they're going for a sweep right here of the Tigers.
Yeah,
Tigers been fighting them.
the
Tigers was
Pirates.
actually up in that game.
The
Um,
Pirates. They play the Pirates.
yeah, I'm sorry, the Pirates. They they were up in that game late, and bases were. I think the bases were juiced. They were down 5-3, and they Tampa rallied in the late innings, and we
Mhm.
needed that because I had a team total over of the Rays of 4 runs, and that put us over and hit that bet yesterday. The
Yeah,
one thing I'm
McClanahan is tough though. A 7-3 record, 1.81
yeah,
ERA. He's a tough pitcher. I've always followed that. When he's on the mound, I follow him.
right, right.
Um,
I
yeah,
I've been looking. So right now with baseball, their teams are starting to separate themselves of who the better teams are. So when you get some of these better teams, i.e., the Rays versus the Pirates right now, with their ace on the mound, you're going to get a heavy line, right? It's minus 255 right now on the money line for the Rays to win. So, um, my thought is you have to be really calculated here in your baseball bets to get some value still. Like even the Twins today against the Rockies, minus 210. Chicago against Baltimore, minus 210. So you have who have some good pitching on the mound against bad teams, especially notoriously bad teams on the road right now. You're going to have to pay for for some of that juice.
mhm.
So right now is I think playing some of these teams straight up, you're going to have to start playing some of the run lines. And the run lines are when you see the spread of the game, and that's minus 1.5, and that means it's the team has to win by those 2 runs, so which you call in baseball betting the run line. So I'm looking more at team totals.
Hmm.
Some first five. I haven't been good in our nerfy bets. We're usually pretty
Yeah,
solid.
yeah,
Nerfy.
they've caught up on that. That was 2 years ago. They've now
Yeah,
caught up. Juice has been so high now, but I
yeah.
still try and throw them out here and there.
Hmm.
It'd be hit and miss. Um, can't really rely on these guys as much as you were able to at one point. So
Yeah. So Don, now I'm not in a place to speak about baseball division. I'll just keep it a bean. I'm not going to act like I know those divisions. I know they got. I know Scherzer is not back yet, and I said he'll pitch when he pitches. Um, they've still been winning, right? They've still been winning without him. So just getting him back is a plus. I believe they get. I mean, they still kind of somewhat soft schedule. They got the Astros in a 2-game series, the Rangers, Reds, so it should be soft. They should beat the Mariners, and then they got Atlanta, which should be a huge series for them for them. So, um, I think if you had a future bet on the Mets winning the East, I think you're in a good space just looking at the
yeah,
standings. But
gotta
to
watch out
speak,
for Atlanta Braves. I mean,
yeah, the
man,
Braves, yeah, when we were hot, the Braves were hot
it was
too.
even hotter.
You
You know
hotter,
what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
So
14, 15 wins in a row.
it's gonna be tight at
Imagine,
the top.
imagine doing two team parlays with just the Phillies and the Braves on that run for like
Yeah.
8, 9 games. That would have been clutch. That would have been love.
Jeez, I didn't think about that.
So I like that bet of the Yankees coming back today. I'm gonna side with the Padres today as well. I just think it's such a blow to have Harper go out and get the news that he has a fractured thumb. So he's going to be out indefinitely for a little bit. Where are you going to get your run support, really? Because Castellanos he's got to get rid of Ben's house. He's got to move out of that motherfucker because I don't know what it is, but Castellanos has been. I guess he's been compared to what he usually is. From what I know, coming from Cincy,
Hmm.
he's not been good, and I'm just finding it hard to where they can get their run support. Schwarber gets hot and cold. When he's hot, he's great, but obviously when he's cold, so
He's hot now.
yeah, he is. He is hit. He's hitting. Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely
I
is.
mean
He definitely.
Castellanos, he'll catch up. I mean,
I
listen,
hope so. I
I,
hope so.
I've liked what the Phillies has done since they fired their manager. I think they've battled in games.
Yeah,
That's all you want to do is have your team battle. They're not losing the games they really shouldn't have or shouldn't lose. Now, do they lose? Of course, it's baseball. It's a bunch of games. I know Harper's going to be a big blow, but I think we have a lot
huge
of
blow.
bats within this team that can kind of get us some run support. I mean,
I hope so. I hope
uh,
so. But I
it's going to be
definitely
a blow though.
it is a huge blow, huge blow. And then the game right after that to go out and play, you don't have your leader, you don't have your best player. So that's why I like. And then you got Darvish has been decent this year, so I think it's a good spot for the Padres too, especially you're coming off a loss. Gonna pay a little bit of juice for that. So the run line is at plus 138. So if you like the run line today, but I think the Phillies, they'll get a little bit of support,
Mhm.
get a little bit of run support, but I think in the end, I like the Padres here to win. And then the total run over and under right now is 3 for the Phillies.
Yeah, I think my play will be the Tampa Bay Rays on a run line. What is that? Minus what, 130?
Let me bring it back up. I'm looking at it on my phone. So you said what was it again? Tampa Bay
Tampa Bay on a run line.
minus 106.
Oh yeah, give me
That's
Tampa Bay.
FanDuel.
Give me Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay to win by more than 1.5 runs. Is it 1.5, right?
Yeah, 1.5 run line.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like them. What's the first half bet?
First half bet on
Juice
it's
gonna be
gonna
high.
it's probably gonna be like
A little
220.
juicy. Ooh, a little juicy. No, I'm good. I can't do that.
uh,
Well, give me Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay, and I like
Run line's not bad. Run line is
minus a half.
minus a half, obviously, and then minus 154.
Yeah, it's a little high.
And then but yeah, it's minus 260 first half. So first half is first five, y'all. First five
First
innings,
five complete.
complete innings
It used to be first
is
five, four, 5.5, half
yeah,
of.
yeah, it was the first. If you, yeah, it was the top of the fifth. If
That
they
was
got
that
out,
was love.
yeah, that was rough. Yeah, because they obviously would do something on the bottom of the fifth. I think Don was looking at some ones. Baltimore one straight against
I
the White Sox.
know. That's a little tricky, man. So, Dylan C's on the mound today. That juice is high though, down at 210. Um, I do think the bats wake up for the White Sox today though against Baltimore. It has to. They only have three runs in this series. I mean, what the heck?
But see, the thing about baseball for me is a
And
game of
Don, they
teams.
won 3 straight against the White Sox.
Yeah, 3 straight. But it's hard to sweep a team too.
Yeah, I like Dylan C's on the mound. I would I would go first half. I would go first half White Sox. They got to show up today.
I like the under in this game.
Yeah, what was it 8.5?
8.5. With Dylan on there. He's going, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like the under in that game. Let me see.
Dylan C's been
Lyles is giving up
dealing too.
some hits though, some runs though.
That's what I'm saying. I think I might like the White Sox on the run line today.
Let me see what that team total is on there on the Sox. That could be good. If it's
Probably
at
4.5.
4,
It's gonna be 4.5.
if it's at 4, I like it. 3.5 would be even better.
It's gonna be 4.5.
Nah, it's
At
5.
8. It's 5 at 8. Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go. That's why you like the run line. And then what's Baltimore? 2.5, 3.5.
3.5.
Mm-hmm. Give me the run line there. Give me Sox run line.
So Sox run line. So you parlaying that Sox run line with the
No,
Rays
play that
run
straight.
line?
I mean, you can parlay it. That's nice. What would that be? Plus what? 300?
No,
Run line. It got to be more than that.
no, because this is minus 210. It'll probably be like
No,
plus.
run line on both. It'd be what? The run line, not the.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
know what you mean. Oh, yeah. You actually might
The
be right.
spread. I didn't mean
Yeah,
the
my
run
bad.
line. The
No, you're
spread.
right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Plus 3
Plus
something.
269.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. I like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in.
All right, let's show up real quick right now. Give y'all a free baseball bet. Let me bring up the screen so y'all can see it.
2-team parlay.
All right, let's show real quick, and we'll get out of here with this last bet. There it is, y'all. 2-team parlay run line for Tampa Bay and Chicago. Taking heavy favorites here. Both.
Not the run line. That's the spread.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's the run line. Run line.
That's the run line. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the run line. Yeah.
So run line on Chicago. They've lost the last 3 with an ace on the mound, and then it's kind of similar to Tampa, but no, Tampa lost yesterday. They lost by 1. Both coming off losses, both coming back with aces on the mound. I like this play. 2 run lines. Tough play. Tough play to do.
Not for me. Enter.
I'm going with this one though. I'm going with Chicago because I really like that Chicago play.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. And then
I like St. Louis too.
I'm going with the Padres.
Damn.
I'm going with the Padres today.
That's how you feeling?
That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel.
You Darvish, man. He be a little up and down.
A little up and down, but we don't got no bats.
We do got bats. What you mean? Why do you think we don't have bats? We got plenty of bats. I know Bryce Harper is our best bat, but damn, we got bats.
I hope so.
What you talking about?
I'm saying we don't got no bats because Nick ain't hitting.
Yeah, but he come around.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 premium players. Are we thinking DD gonna bring us home?
I'm saying we still have bats, but for Segura to be out and Bryce to be out for extensive.
You know what I mean? And then
But Bryce went out when? When did Bryce go out? When did Bryce go out yesterday?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Right? I can look at what Bryce did yesterday. How many bats he had? Game log. He had one at bat. We still won 4-2. Had one at bat. 4-2.
4-2.
Reese Hawkins hit yesterday, I believe. No, he didn't hit.
Do you like the Phils today? Let me ask you that.
I think Darvish is. I think he's hittable.
Mm-hmm.
He's tough. He's tough. But yeah, you're getting value on San Diego at home here. You Darvish on the mound. Yeah, plus 168. I wouldn't put that in a parlay.
Right.
I'll just play it.
Oh, you would just play it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at Gibson. Gibson's been okay.
Because
Gave up.
who's batting for the Padres, right? Like who's been hitting for the
That is
Padres?
true. That is true. Right. They're just as bad. Shit. Are we not? Am I missing that? And we're not looking at the total here? Under seven
Seven
and
and
a
a
half.
half. I don't trust. I mean,
Yeah. See, that's
because
the only problem. I don't trust.
Schwarger can knock a bomb at any time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Bryce
but
can knock a bomb anytime.
he strikes out a lot too.
Who
So
Schwarger?
does Sirianni. So does Nick. What's the
So
alt? What's the alt on that? The alt run. Let's work this real quick. So I definitely like the White Sox, but what's the alt total? All total runs. That under 9.5 looks really good.
I think I might add that. I think
Let me see
Jacob
what's
Ladders.
the. You get you over 201 8.5. But I like this one. I'm going with this. This is the play for me for the day. We're going White Sox run line,
Under. Yeah, that's good. Under 9.5. That's good.
and then under 9.5 in the Phils, San Diego. Little plus EV plus 157.
This one
Let me,
was good too.
let me double check this White Sox thing because you said the Yankees earlier too. Houston's been
Yeah,
playing well
I
though.
did like the Yankees, but I mean, I'm scared. I mean, the way that they ain't hit yesterday. I was surprised they didn't hit yesterday.
And we like the White Sox because they're about to get swept by Baltimore. They got to wake up sooner or later. They've
Yes.
lost 5 out of the last 7. Astros a good team. Toronto's a good team. Have they played Baltimore before? And we got an ace on the mound. Then you say first half
Yeah, first half for Tampa.
for Tampa. Let's go back to that. Real quick. We'll get out of here. We'll get out of here, y'all. Let's just get this one play real quick. Run line. Well, yeah. Then it might not even be a plus EV play though. All right, we'll sticking with it. Let's stick with it. Let's stick with the run line minus 1.5 under Phillies in San Diego. I think this gives people a little bit more value. Get a nice little juice on your play. This looks like a pretty decent, pretty strong play today. All right, let's do a quick recap of the plays, and then we'll wrap up. And you had run line White Sox
Mets
and
Marlins.
run line. Who was the other one? Run line White Sox and run line. Who did you have?
What?
You had the run line White Sox, and who was the Tampa?
In Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. All right. Plays of the day. Quick recap. Get your pencil. Get your paper. For our NFL NFC Conference 2022-23 predictions, I'm betting the Eagles to win the NFC East at plus 200. We are both in agreement that the Rams will win the NFC West at plus 130. And then right now, the homie Brent has a NFL NFC division parlay with the Rams, Green Bay, and Philly being the winner. That's 10-1 on your money. So those are our NFL picks. The baseball pick, you see mine right up on the screen right now. I have the White Sox run line, and then the alternate under at 9.5 for the Phil San Diego game. That's a plus 157. And then the homie B Diddy is going with the run line on the White Sox and Tampa Bay Rays. That now is at plus 280. It looks like Tampa run line went maybe down a little bit where this was. I thought maybe a little bit more.
And we beat the line.
And they beat the line at plus 100 right now, I believe. I believe that's what it was because now it's at plus 280 thought it was at plus 256 or 257 before. So this actually might got hit a
Oh,
little
we hit
bit.
the wrong the other way.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the other way. Yeah, I think it got hit before as we were talking. So
Hope no changes. Let's see.
yeah. So there are the plays of the day. Those are your football plays of the day. Let's remove that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. As always, the guys from Money Pop Podcast are trying to give you the very best advice, knowledge, and free bets on the market. I say it every time. I'll say it again. Tell a friend and tell a motherfucking friend about us. We've been doing this a long time, and the business is starting to get a little bit saturated. But I guarantee you, you will not find anybody on here who can break down bets, give you advice of what we're seeing, have a conversation about that, and make a decision live. Everybody else is just giving you winners. Everybody just say, hey, look at my ticket. This is how I got here. Nobody is showing you and telling you how to do it and how to get into the thought process of how to look at bets and how to get to those end results where we are getting winning tickets. We're not trying to sell you on anything. Obviously, we have services to bring you in the fold. Actually, and before we go, we got one more service out there for everybody who still is chiming in right now. The homie himself, I have to call him the king of felt, the king of the one outers on the river. B Diddy is taking his talents to Vegas once again for the World Series of Poker. We will have something come out. If you want to get some action on his poker plays, and he's a beast on the tournament. Showed winnings before, will show winnings again. I can't make it this year, but if you want some, a little bit of action on his, what they do is some of the better poker players sell action. Pretty much, you get it like an investment. Put 10% down, and you'll get whatever number B Diddy feels comfortable, maybe 2 or 3 or 1 on your money on action. If you're not getting out there, lots and fun and lots of value out there in Sin City. I best believe, and I do predict that B Diddy will come home. Not saying he's coming home with a bracelet, hoping for a bracelet, but coming back with some more money in the pocket for some wins. Strong poker player over there you're right. I guess I would say it.
Yeah, I'll be out there on the 7th. There's 2 events I'm looking at.
Go ahead.
Obviously, it depends on if there's going to be some investments or any added action. It depends on how many tournaments I actually run. But it is 2 I'm looking at, and one is the one drop.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the chat. If you guys are not in A2 radio chat, get in the chat on Facebook. Always a live chat. We'll put it in the chat, and we'll get a link out to you, bro, to see if anybody wants on some action.
Even if it's sponsorships, you need me to wear a shirt or a hat or something like that, we can do that. I mean, any businesses, small businesses out there, just let me know.
For sure, absolutely. I think one of us has been on TV before. One of them, Jones.
That could be true. I haven't yet.
I think the last time I went to Vegas, I think I had a nice little cameo. I think there was a pro at my table. So that's what happens all the time. You got pros at your table. All you gotta do is show something, give something away. Always a good investment to jump on.
If you're a poker player that hasn't been to the World Series, you need to go. It's a sight to see.
For sure.
It's one of them things that you
got to do it.
You just hear chips crinkling all through this big auditorium of thousands and thousands of people. It's a really great experience. And then the cash games.
Crazy.
That's the money maker, man. A lot of action out there. So hopefully we'll be on a positive end of that. But let us know if you guys are looking for some investments or small action. We can work it out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, for B Diddy, for myself, Moss Money, Money Pop Podcast Show. Good luck, y'all. Let's go get it. We out.
Let's go! This ain't the fight night, or this game can he stink!
Oh shit!